Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Tioni, and today I'm going to be talking about a couple of things, including imposter syndrome, and how it kind of relates to the content that I've been making on social media, and also just in general in my life. And I'm going to relate that to some thoughts I've been having about what I'm going to be doing with the future content of my videos and the sort of decisions that I've come to based on my thoughts. So this video might be one of the last in the series of videos that I've been doing lately. I might be taking a bit of a break from doing these for quite a while, but I'll explain kind of why that might be happening in today's video. So thanks for watching. So the reason that I started my YouTube channel was that I wanted to talk about my experience with anxiety and depression in the lockdown. I'm not really sure why. I just sort of had the need to do it, I suppose, and then once I did make that video and put it up on my Facebook and my Instagram, it did feel quite a release to just get it out into the open, and getting the feedback that I've had was really positive, just knowing that it had an impact, because I guess it's something that I haven't spoken about before in that detail. So yeah, it had a good response, and I sort of took that positive response as a way for me to, well, keep going, I guess, and to continue to give more advice and more of my experiences and topics that I thought of during the courses of the week. I thought that would be good to make a video out of, and yeah, that was just kind of, I had no plan for it really. I just thought, well, this is what I've been dealing with. If anyone else has been dealing with this, it might be helpful for them to hear me speak about it. And I did get some messages from people, some comments saying that they could relate, or they felt it was useful, or they just liked that I was speaking about these topics. So that was, yeah, again, that just made me think that what I was doing was, I guess, had a purpose. And I did kind of think what other content I could do. I'd seen other YouTubers doing, so other YouTubers that make lots of different kinds of content. They don't just kind of stick to one, and I liked that idea of documenting lots of different things and exploring different sides of my interests and hobbies and personality, I guess. So I plan to do some makeup videos, like whilst I've been talking, like I've done on this channel already. Plan to do some ones where I just did straight makeup, for anyone that's interested in different makeup techniques or styles, and I did want to do a cooking video, just doing a sort of cook with me. I thought that would be a good idea, and also a fashion related video, which I've been working on the last few weeks, so that's almost done. It takes a bit of editing to kind of get it put all together, so hopefully when I finish the last parts of that will be going up shortly. And kind of the last video that I filmed was the one I mentioned before about self-love journey, so that will be going up after this one, but it looks like that will be the last kind of sit down and talk video that I'll be doing for this foreseeable future. And I also try to put myself out there a bit more than I usually do online. Like I'll put selfies on, I'll put pictures of family, friends, stuff I've been doing, but I was a bit reluctant to really get stuck in and really make use of all the features of social media. So it's something I just wanted to try. I started using my stories more on Instagram. I've been making some TikToks. And it was on my goals list for the year to make a YouTube channel because I saw, well, a lot of people are doing it. There's no sort of requirements or qualifications that you need to make a YouTube channel, so I thought, why not just try it? Kind of just to say that I've done it. And that's what I've achieved. So I've done what I set out to achieve. And I guess now I've sort of reflected and processed, where do I take it from here, and how much more time and energy do I want to put into YouTube. And that's where I kind of come to a crossroads. And I can link this into the imposter syndrome. And in the beginning, making my YouTube content, making the TikToks, it was new. It was something I didn't think I could do, and then I did it. And because it's not something that I usually do, I just kind of thought, well, who's to say that I should be on YouTube? What makes me good enough to be on there? And if you don't kind of get external, I guess, validation through subscribers and views and things like that, it just kind of makes you think, well, should I be doing this? Does anyone even want this? Who am I to give people advice? And that's true to a certain extent, but it also doesn't mean that I shouldn't have a platform. And so I guess it's just about having confidence in yourself to think, well, yeah, I can be doing this thing that I may not feel like I deserve to be doing it, or that I'm really, really, really good at it, but doesn't mean that you shouldn't be there trying. And I did experience this at university as well. In my first year, I came onto this new course I'd never done before, and the first day, sort of meeting all these writers, actors, artists, people that have had much more experience than I've had. I worked in all sorts of different industries, and all these different people that are professionals, or they've had like books published, they've performed their poetry in public, all these really impressive accomplishments. And I just thought, well, I don't measure up to that, I shouldn't be here. And that's how I felt at the beginning, and it wasn't necessarily true. I might not have had the same accomplishments that they did, but I still am a good writer, and I have achieved things with my writing, just maybe not at the point in my, I guess, career as they might be, but I had to sort of keep in mind that the course was full of people of all different ages. So I was still relatively young when I started. I was 23. There's people on the course that were younger than me. There was some that were just finished their undergrad, so sort of 18, 19, 20-year-olds. There was people that were in their late 20s, people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. So we're all coming to it from different levels, different backgrounds, and that's the same for anything. Not everyone's going to be starting off at the same starting line as they enter into something, but it doesn't mean that they haven't got a right to be there and that they can't offer something. So if you think to yourself that you want to do something or be somewhere, but you're not quite sure if you've got the right skills, the right experience or qualifications, if you got to the place where you can start, then there's no reason why you shouldn't start from wherever you're starting from, because you can still get to the same place. Might take more work, might take a bit of extra research or preparation, or you might need to do extra things, but if you feel like you want to be there, and you've got something to aim for, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be in that place, because we all deserve to have a chance. So yeah, that's how I experienced imposter syndrome, and trying to get over it, I guess, is the next step to reaching those goals. With YouTube, for me, for example, I sort of, each time I do a video, I feel like not that sure of what I'm going to say. I have a rough idea in my head, but then once I start talking, it just sort of flows. And sometimes when I watch it back, I think I sound I think I sound better than I did. Sometimes I think I sound worse than I did. But I guess it's all part of learning, and it's something that I've tried, so I can just be grateful that I've done that. So the problem comes with when I became too fixated on how well I was doing on social media. It was good that I was putting myself out there, but instead of enjoying the process, it became detrimental to my mental health. I started making TikToks, and then I thought, when I'm watching other people's, they seem to be more funnier, they seem to be more I guess quirky, they've got like a very interesting style, or they've gone to a lot of effort, I guess, to make these videos, or even things just such as the girls might look prettier than me, how I perceive myself, or I just kept comparing myself and thinking, well, what I've done, it's not as good as what's already out there, and what's making me stand out, really. And there wasn't really anything that I can think of, but what I was putting out there was just me being myself, and I guess I'm still not 100% comfortable or content in that yet, which I wasn't really expecting to feel. I just thought it would be a bit of fun, improve my confidence, and I would just feel better after I did it. But then as I was using the platform more, I just realised, actually, no, I do feel a little bit worse, actually. So should I really be putting so much time and energy into creating social media? And I sort of came to this conclusion that I don't think it's for me. Where I'm at the moment, I don't think it's the right way for me to express myself necessarily, and that what I want to do, there's probably better outlets for it, and making the videos about the topics I do, it's a really positive thing if people are seeing it that need to see it. But if it's just talking into kind of a void, and it's not really reaching the right people, then I don't think it's the best use of, I guess, my knowledge. And there's no kind of, I don't get any feedback whilst I'm talking. There's no dialogue. I'm just talking to a camera. And I think it would be really good if I could have conversation with people about these topics and help them in a more practical way, I guess, or a way that's a bit more interactive than what I'm doing at the moment. And I also realise that I think the people that subscribe to me or the people that watch my videos are people that I know, my friends, my family, people on my social media, and I'm really grateful for their support, but I don't think they're the ones that are being affected necessarily by these problems that I'm talking about. And it would be really great if I could reach out to the people that actually need it, and I don't think this is the best way, but have been brainstorming and thinking of other ways that I can get this information out there, and that will kind of be a long-term goal of mine, I think. But this process has kind of made me learn that and realise that. So I have 2 final videos that will be coming out in the next few weeks. One of them will be a fashion video, so I've created a capsule wardrobe of summer clothes for plus size women, because I thought that was something that might inspire that audience of people, and I've seen a few of them when I've tried to look for inspiration for myself, so I thought it would be nice to do a version of that, but it's probably not something that I will do regularly, because it does take a lot of, I guess, time, and I'm not really going to be buying clothes that often, because I've got a capsule wardrobe. The point is to buy less, but I do enjoy fashion, so I guess I wanted to try it out to just show that side of my personality. And the last video will be the one about self-love and all things like that. So if you're interested in seeing those ones, then look out over the next couple of weeks for those last 2. Possibly I might do some more music covers, because that's something I guess I also wanted to get out there, because I've been doing it by myself for a while, and I guess putting it up would just show the sides to my personality, and from there, I don't really know. I might make other videos in the future, or that might be the end of that I guess project of my life, but I've got other things that I want to be doing in my, I guess, in my future. Still working on things that I've been working on the whole time, so this is a little hobby for me, and yeah, I guess it's coming to its I guess ending stages, and yeah, it's again, it's quite a release for me to just be winding things down. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.